Hi. With regard to Brexit, for staying in Europe or going out, we've got the IMF now saying that it will destabilize England, I suppose, and Europe, and because of if we came out. But the IMF have been wrong before, as they've been saying on the media, and that people that have said that we were wrong having austerity measures, and yet we're one of the strongest economies at the moment, I think. Um, So, and finally, nobody seems to be addressing the facts. Obviously, the economy, yes, it may or may not have these difficulties with the economy if we come out, but nobody's addressing the fact that if we stay in, we've still got this problem with this influx of immigration that we cannot control, and our population may increase to, for all we know, 65, 75, 85, 100 million. And presumably we can't control that. And on top of that, we've got to provide houses, homes, the benefits for the NHS, school places, and we've already stretched to the limit. And our land space is less than Germany and France. Um, even Japan has a problem because they're a small island and have a large population. Um, and we are going to have difficulties with that. And as Nigel Farage has said, we will not be able to control the immigration unless we come out of the EU. So whatever these people are saying, they always focus on either the economy or the farming or the business or the trading financially, but nobody says, well, and but don't worry about the immigration or you. But they don't speak about it because they know, presumably, that we can't control it and we may have also this problem. And the whole reason why we're having this referendum really is because we are becoming overloaded with the immigrants. We're not being racist, it's just that our country, our nation, is being overloaded with demands on it and that we can't sustain them. And if we stay in, we'll be in a disaster zone more than if we come out. This is my feeling, and as I say, nobody is telling us what about the immigration. That the things will be difficult with the economy and that sort of thing, but yes, it would be difficult for our population as well. What about that? Speak about the two issues. Otherwise, you're not dealing with the main fear we have. And I don't think you can deal with it because we can't control these numbers coming in, nor can we control the demands made on our benefit system, except maybe for this 7 years that Mr. Cameron's recently negotiated. But 7 years will go by in a moment, and then what happens? We're back to square one again. So I just ask everybody to remember that we have significant people in the government saying that we can come out and that it can be dealt with. And I think we must come out because we're going to have disaster if we stay in. And the world has to start not thinking of just Europe and being in the European zone. We need to take the success of the European zone and the success of the West to assist the other countries in the world to become more democratic and more able to function in their economies and their benefit systems, to assist them, and not so that we don't have more and more people coming to Europe or America or similar, or Australia, who don't open their borders like Europe has. America and Australia, and that you have to have a job and you have to have funds before you go in there. They don't have the same system that we have, and we have to deal with this asylum seeking which is being abused, and the immigration policies that are being abused by people. So let's be sensible about this and be fair, and don't let not the leaders and or even America trying to mislead us, put fear in us again, but also don't deal with the immigration problem. And America themselves, are very tight with their immigration, so that is also being rather hypocritical. And people obviously don't want the world to be destabilized, but have we got to stay in the EU zone and be destabilized ourselves, and eventually in 10 or 20 years when there's nothing left of us, nor any sovereignty or any power over our rules? and no England left, or Britain, or the UK, because that's what will happen, I think.